Meet Paul Bailey. He has been the owner of the Breezy on Greenwood Lake for 3 years. But there's a problem. The lake is suffering a huge hit on tourism, and his business is hurting because of it.
We derive our living off of tourism activity on this lake. So that was a big deal, shock to the system.
It's not only business owners like Bailey that have suffered. Residents on the water are also feeling the pain.
Yeah, that wasn't going to go anywhere.
Jack Rowe has been living on Greenwood Lake for over 30 years, running the recreational services on the lake with local children. Last summer, plans had to change.
All the children's programs are changed, reconfigured to keep the kids away from the beach because the state says we can't use the beach.
Why? Harmful algae blooms were found when Montclair State scientists went to the lake last July. These blooms caused the lake to be dangerous to swim in, making lakegoers weary of going there.
Hi. Yes, this is Paul Zarillo.
Greenwood Lake Commissioner Paul Zarillo thinks the weather might have a role in the harmful bacteria's growth.
This was like the perfect storm this year. You know, the water got warm early, the air temperature got hotter than normal early, and then we had 3 or 4 bad rains, all within like a 2-week period.
As someone who lives on the lake, Rowe believes the main problem has to do with an ongoing issue involving septic water feeding into West Milford's Belchers Creek, a point source of nutrients for Greenwood Lake.
There really aren't any regulations or anything that's focused on addressing the individual septics that are causing the problem.
Rowe believes that this issue needs more serious attention from the town, as the current people focusing on the lake are volunteers and local legislators with other important priorities.
I understand how hard this is, but if it isn't addressed, it's going to be, it's only going to get worse.
Put the past behind us and let's just work in the future, okay?
That's where Senator Joe Panaccio comes in. The 26th District Senator has been working on state funding for the lake since last year. After Panaccio's bill for annual funding was passed all the way up to Governor Murphy, last month he vetoed it.
They've abrogated their responsibility. So obviously when the governor vetoed that bill, it was did not make us very happy.
But Panaccio says he will fight until funding becomes available.
The bill was reintroduced. It was, again, the Greenwood Lake bill was introduced with a different funding source. And not only was the Greenwood Lake bill introduced, I also introduced a lake management bill that would apply to the entire state of New Jersey.
The State Department of Environmental Protection responded to the algae crisis in a written statement, saying the administration takes this problem very seriously and understands the impact harmful algae blooms have had on the lives of many people last summer and is working hard to mitigate them in the future. As for business owners like Bailey, he urges that the state and town come together to solve this problem as soon as possible.
If we don't have that magic combination, then the end is near. The end is near.
From Greenwood Lake, this is Heather Berzak reporting for Montclair News Lab.